On today's episode of PMU Review It, we're reviewing not one, not two, but 3 different PMU products, starting with Artist by Cheyenne Microblades. Artist is a popular European PMU supplier, but not a brand that we see often in the United States. This sterilely wrapped microblade came in a box with 10 other microblades, and the first thing that I notice is that it is wrapped for safety with a protective cover over the microblade so that your edges don't become burred in shipping. And it also has a soft cotton applicator tip so that you can use it to apply your pigment mask during the procedure. The plastic handle has a wide grip, but one thing I do notice is that it's not completely round. It almost has kind of a teardrop shape. And while it has some holes at the end that allow for better grip, I do notice that it doesn't allow me to give that twist of my fingers that creates that nice curved hair stroke, as well as other handles for microblades. Since I didn't originally buy these microblades, I searched online for the price, and they seem to be about $5.50 per microblade. And I also noticed that it has a plastic casing around the applicator tip, which is going to give some flex when you're microblading. I also realized that I'm not sure of the gauge of each of these needles, or the needle diameter, and that's when I realized that on the packaging it doesn't actually truly tell me the actual size of the blade on the packaging, only on the box that the packaging is going to come with. So that kind of confused me, and that's not something that I commonly see on US microblades. Now we're going to look into RBKOLLORS pigment today, and this is my first time using RBKOLLORS, and one thing that I overlooked the first time that I looked at this packaging is how much I actually love it. Now let's take a closer look. This label comes with an actual chart that allows you to mark when you received the product so that you can keep accurate track of how long that it's been open and when it should be disposed. It also contains the CI, or the color index numbers, that allow you to very accurately understand the exact pigment components that this specific pigment color is made up of. So this is really incredible information that I have to say I have never seen on a US or European pigment line. This is a Brazilian pigment line called RBKOLLORS, and thank you to my good friend Bianca May for gifting this to me. Finishing up, the third product that we're reviewing today is going to be the Brow Girls Latex. This is latex that is created for machine shading of nano brows, but it also can be used for microblading. And on the back, it has some drill work, and on one side, it has fake eyebrows that you can use to practice. So let's start by looking at the tip of the RBKOLLORS pigment. I like how it has an easy dropper that doesn't allow the pigment to come back out and drip all over and stain the tip, which helps prevent cross-contamination. You'll also notice that I'm using a silicone pigment ring to help prevent burring of the needles while microblading, and dipping my pigment and swiping it along the outside of the silicone cup. Let's start our first few microblading hair strokes, and the first thing I notice is this is a U-blade. It has to be held almost at a forward angle, and I noticed that the microblades almost feel like they're clicking together, like they're overriding each other. So I instantly did not like that, and I had to switch my position from what was comfortable, because this microblade is positioned on an angle versus straight up and down, which sometimes is a natural position for a microblade if you're not used to holding it up on an angle, specifically for a U-blade. The other thing that I'm noticing is that this RBKOLLORS pigment has a glycerin base, so it's very liquidy, and it is a little bit runny when I'm attempting to do my microblading hair strokes, but I also believe that to be that this is because it's an 18U microblade, so there's several more needles, allowing much more pigment to drop between each hair stroke. You'll also notice that my hair strokes are very straight. I don't get a chance to do a lot of curve like I usually would. And again, I'm just noticing that the teardrop shape of the microblade handle is not really allowing me to make that curve of my fingers that I usually would when I'm creating my own hair strokes. The latex is very much like butter, almost very velvety. You could use this latex for inkless microblading practice as well. And you'll see every once in a while, even when the ink doesn't saturate the latex, it does a very nice job of showing the depth of my hair strokes. I also noticed that the RBKOLLORS pigment, because it is so loose, so wet, it wipes out more than other sedimenty type pigments that I use for practice. So there you guys have it. The Artist by Cheyenne Microblade, RB Colors Pigment, and the Brow Girls Latex. Follow along for more PMU Review It.